On that haul, I picked up a Chatty Cathy doll. That since sold for big profit. Next thing that sold happens to be this Mr. Bean. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Richard. I'm a part-time reseller based out of Missouri, where I buy things from garage sales, estate auctions, retail arbitrage, and thrift stores. So in this video, I'll go over the items that sold for the entire week. Today is Tuesday, November 9th, and we have 4 eBay orders going out today. First thing we have going out is a pair of the Carhartt washed dungaree utility pants. Picked these up at my local thrift store. I'm into these for just $1. These sold for $32 even, and the buyer is paying $9.30 in shipping. Next item going out happens to be another one of these Disney Frozen light up microphone. These things have been sitting in my store, and then over the last weekend, one sold, and now this is the second one that sold. Buyer paid $11.08, and it is going free shipping. This next item going out happens to be this vintage Lion King Mandil plush. It is 12 inches. I have it in the bag. A lot of times I'll put them in the bag just to keep them dust free. So there's a picture of it right up there. The tag does date back to the 90s. Picked this up at a garage sale last summer. I'm only into it for 50 cents. This sold for $20.43, and this is going through eBay's global shipping program. Last item going out today is another one of these Black Web 2X slim portable battery with LED indicator. I had picked these up on RA probably not quite a year ago. I think I have one left in the store. I originally picked up about 12 of these. This sold for $8.59, and the buyer is paying $5.20 in shipping. Now with this, because it's a lithium battery, this needs to actually ship out ground and not first class. Today is Wednesday, November 10th, and we have 6 eBay orders going out today. First item we have going out is this Titleist Pro V1 Hat. Picked this up at my local thrift store. I paid just 50 cents for this. This sold for $15.98, and the buyer is paying $5.40 in shipping. Next item going out happens to be a pretty good item. I've sold most of them off. These were my last 2. I actually put them up here a while back. It's these preferred stock. I actually paid $6.25 for each of these on RA clearance. These sold for $62.22, and they are going free shipping. This next item going out happens to be something I picked up at my local thrift store. Probably not an item worth listing unless you're going to bundle it up, but I'm only into this for 25 cents. It's this Xbox 360 Just Cause 2. This sold for $7.08, and it is going free shipping. Not a big money maker, but it's moving out the door. This next item happened to be something I picked up at my thrift store. They actually had it in their free section, so I went through and pulled all their old vintage magazines. They happen to have 6 of these New Farm dating to 1980. Did put these in the bag to kind of keep it dust free. So cost of goods into this is nothing. This sold for $31.11, and the buyer is paying $10.54 in shipping. Now with vintage magazines, these cannot go media mail. One of the reasons, they do have advertisements in them, but it's very clear on USPS, vintage magazines are not included in media mail. This next item going out happens to be another item from my thrift store. It's this vintage Bulls pullover jacket. It is brand Champion. Paid $5 for this. This sold for $41.52, and the buyer is paying $9.25 in shipping. This last item going out is another one of those ones where when in doubt, part it out. I had taken a life game and it wasn't complete, so I decided to go ahead and part it out. This happens to be one of them. It's just a spinner. I believe that game I was probably only into it for 50 cents maybe, because I probably picked it up at my local thrift store. This sold for $4.41 and the buyer is paying $5.25 in shipping. Now the thing about parting out games, sometimes it takes a while to sell them off, but you do end up making more money by parting it apart than you do just by selling the whole unit intact. I wanted to give a special thanks to Tammy, Thrifting the Three Rivers. She actually watched, she said she was a longtime viewer of my channel. She watched one of my What Solds and saying that I was selling those frozen microphones. And so she went and purchased one from me. So Tammy, thank you very much. Today is Thursday, November 11th, and we have 5 eBay orders going out today. First item we have going out is an item I picked up at RA, Walmart clearance. It's these Key Wick scent dispensers. Picked these up on RA for 25 cents each. Buyer came in and bought a lot of 4 of them for $24.12, and they are going free shipping. This next item going out happens to be an item I picked up on HiBid probably 6 months ago. It's 2 of these cup and saucers. I wanted 2 of these together. Wall China, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I had picked up a set. It wasn't a complete set, so I decided to go ahead and piece it apart. Sold the teacups together and decided to lot 2 together. It wasn't going for all that much. By piecing it apart, we'll make a lot more money that way. These 2 sold for $13.04, and the buyer is paying $10.54 in shipping. This next item going out happens to be another RA item. I recently just picked these up. I was doing some grocery shopping, and I stopped by the clearance aisle, and they had these PS5 games on clearance. It's the NBA 2K21 basketball and the Madden 21, both for PS5. As you can see, this one I'm into it for $2. This one I'm into it for $4. So I lotted these 2 together. These 2 sold for $29.33 and they are going free shipping. This next item happens to be an item I picked up on HiBid a while back. That HiBid haul, I was into it for $162.15. On that haul, I picked up a Chatty Cathy doll. That since sold for big profit. Next thing that sold happens to be this Mr. Bean. Show you a picture right up here. It's Mr. Bean 1997 Rare Treasures Inc. Me and My Teddy 21-inch. It is in great condition. This sold for $144.38 and the buyer is paying $13.75 in shipping. So if I can remember, I'll post a link right up here to that video. I believe it was HiBid for inventory, something like that. This next item is something I picked up at my thrift store. It's this Adams Smitty referee shirt that I put basketball/football. It is a size large. It was brand new without tags. This sold for $13.01 and the buyer is paying $5.25 in shipping. Today is Friday, November 12th, and we have 6 eBay orders going out today. First thing we have going out is an RA item. It's this Tony Chacher's injectable butter and jalapeno. Picked this up on Walmart clearance for $2. This sold for $16.49 and it is going free shipping. This next item going out happens to be an item I picked up at my thrift store. I normally don't do this, but it caught my eye. It's these Clark's women's shoes, snakeskin pattern. Now these at my local thrift store, I only paid $2. They do have some wear, and I did indicate that. But they still have the sticker and it looks like they've been probably wore one time. These sold for $26.06 and the buyer is paying $9.30 in shipping. Next item going out happens to be another thrift store item. It's this Boilermakers Union 83 jacket. Paid $2 at my local thrift store. This sold for $30.41, and the buyer is paying $8.50 in shipping. Now with this is going through the global shipping program. Next item going out happens to be an RA item. It's this Ion Intensive Shine. I paid $2 at my local Walmart on clearance. This sold for $11.27, and it is going free shipping. This next item happens to be an item I picked up on HiBid. It happened to be the last HiBid haul that I picked up, where I purchased 22 lots. Each lot I'm only into for $2. This happens to be one of them. It's a Harry Potter's watch. This happens to be the Magical Potion. In that lot, there was actually 2 different Harry Potter watches. This was one. The other one, I couldn't find comps, couldn't find it listed anywhere, so I listed that one a little higher. So cost of goods into this is, if we split the lot up, it's $1. This sold for $26.06, and the buyer is paying $6 in shipping. So we go to our HiBid tally where we keep track. If you're new here, I'll go ahead and post a link right up here to that entire haul that I picked up, where every lot was just $2. So 22 lots, each one $22, paid $51, including taxes and auctioneer fees. So the Harry Potter watch was on lot 353, whole lot $2. Estimated profit on this single item is $23. That puts our tally up to $76. So we are making profit on this HiBid haul. Next item going out happens to be an item I picked up at my thrift store. It was a Scrabble game. The whole Scrabble game I only paid 50 cents for. So this is another piece of that Scrabble game that it sold. I sold off the tiles earlier. It's the 4 wood tile holders. This sold for $7.79, and it is going free shipping. This is so easy to ship. You just take this, put it into a padded envelope, and that's it. Today is Sunday, November 14th, and we have 14 eBay orders going out tomorrow. The reason I'm filming today, I'm going to pack today, is because I'm going to be out of town tomorrow. And so I figured I'd get these all packed up and drop them off at my son's, and he'll drop them off at the post office for me. First thing this sold is this Black Web Slim portable battery. Picked this up on RA. Believe I'm into it for $1. This sold for $8.20, and the buyer is paying $5.20 in shipping. Next thing going out happens to be a set of 10 Christmas cards. These are trifold with the envelopes. Picked this up at my local thrift store for $1. These sold for $11.01, and they are going free shipping. Have another set of these vintage diner style salt and pepper shakers. Picked these up on HiBid when I picked up that huge lot. Not the last one, but this is probably well over a year ago. This is the last set I have, except for the one in my booth. This sold for $10, and the buyer is paying $6 in shipping. Next thing going out happens to be RA item. It's these Pop-Tarts Lemon Groove Pink Lemonade. The reason I picked these up, they were on clearance, I'm into them for $2.50, is because when there's unique flavors like this, these things seem to sell on eBay pretty well. They sold for $14.41, and they are going free shipping. With this, I'll put this in a flat rate envelope. Next thing going out happens to be a set of these 2 minute keys. Picked them up on RA, paid 25 cents each for these. So cost of goods is 50 cents. Did pick up quite a few of these, so I do have multi-quantity and multi-quantity discounts inside my listing. This sold for $7.44, and it is going free shipping. This next item going out is an Equate replacement humidifier filter. Picked this up at my local thrift store for 50 cents. This sold for $12.71, and it is going free shipping. Next item going out, RA. Picked these up for 55 cents each. Again, a unique flavor. This is the Key Lime Pie Kitkat. I lotted 8 of these together because I could still get it to go out first class. These sold for $16.11, and they are going free shipping. This next item going out, I picked up at a garage sale probably last summer, not this last summer, but over a year ago. Paid 50 cents each for these. It's these picture frames. Inside the description, I put beaded pearls. As you can see, these have beaded pearls around the frame. Buyer reached out to me today and asked if she bought both of these. Saying she, I'm assuming it's a she. If they bought both of these, would I accept $12.50 for each one? So these both sold for $25 even, and the buyer paid $21.08 in shipping. Now I did tell the buyer that I would combine these and refund the difference in the shipping. Next item is a hat. I didn't put cost of goods on this, but I'm thinking I picked this up at my local thrift store where hats I only paid 50 cents for. It says Adams Golf Equipment Insight XTD. It is A-head vintage on the tag. This sold for $13.56 and the buyer paid $5.20 in shipping. Now this is going through the global shipping program. So next item going out happens to be one of the hats I picked up from Victoria on one of her auctions. If I can remember, I'll put a link to her channel right up here. Bought a set of 4 hats, so each hat I'm into for $4. This happens to be the Jacksonville Jaguars hat. Does have the NFL tag on the inside. This sold for $12.11 and the buyer is paying $5.30 in shipping. This next item going out, picked up at my local thrift store for 75 cents. It is Christmas time. Things related to Christmas are starting to move out of the store. It's this vintage North Star Christmas tree stand. This sold for $16.11 and the buyer is paying $12.55 in shipping. This next item going out happens to be another Christmas item. I picked this up at a garage sale. I'm only into this for 25 cents. It's this 24 Christmas stencils. They were brand new, that was open. Did disclose that. This sold for $11.01 and it is going free shipping. This next item going out happens to be another thrift store item. I had purchased 2 of these. I had actually did a multi-quantity discount. I have 2 of them. Buyer only bought 1. This sold for $13.56 and it is going free shipping. The last item going out today is an RA. Picked this up for $1.25. It's the Adventure Force Diecast Transporter. This sold for $20.36 and it is going free shipping. Those are the sales that we have going out to go ahead and close out the weekend sales. I want to take this opportunity to thank a handful of people who bought me a coffee. Kat, the Nurse Flipper, bought me 3 coffees. Larry, way out, bought me a coffee. Caroline Hedman bought me a coffee. Mark Collins bought me a coffee. John Kim bought me 3 coffees. And Sue Davis bought me a coffee. I want to thank everybody very much for buying me a coffee. It means a lot to me. As a smaller content creators, we don't get paid for doing videos, so this is a way to help keep us producing video. I hope you found some of this information useful, so when you're out there sourcing, you can see what items are actually selling right now. So if you like content like this, consider subscribing down below and hit the bell notification. You'll be notified the next time I do a video. Until next time, keep picking. My daily sales, and I'll put it all together and no, that sounds stupid. So pay today paid $2 at my local thrift, and the buyer is paying. This sold for $7.40. For hats, I only paid 55. And the buyer is paying $5.40 in shipping. And the buyer is paying $5.30 in shipping. Next item going out happens to be another Christmas. The same buyer would buy both of them.